Hello, and welcome to the What Did You Think podcast episode.
38.
Yep. What is this? Are we consistent, Cameron?
You know we're
No.
not. Um, but what we are is halfway through the year, which means we have half of the year left and
Mhm.
another 6 months of movies and TV. And that's why we are bringing back our fan favorite um tier list for our excitement for the upcoming movies and TV shows. Some disclaimers to get out of the way. Some of the things don't have posters, so they're either just logos or fan-made posters. I don't have the credit for who made all the fake ones, so just know that some of these are fake. I'm excited to get into this. We got some crazy things coming up. It's as close to alphabetical order as
Also,
I could get
I'm
it.
sorry. I didn't know the list Cameron was compiling. I had an idea, obviously. I recommended two movies to be put in, and this is my reaction to all the movies that are coming out this year too. So
Yeah.
I think we should explain this. Maybe you're driving and you don't have a chance to watch what we're doing. The tier list, guys, it's a tier list. Come on. Um, and like Cameron's saying, we're gonna go through all the tiers and we're separating all these movies into the tiers that you can see. But Cameron's gonna read the tiers. What are the
Yes.
tiers?
There's opening night. That means as soon as it drops, whether in theaters or on streaming, we're gonna be there right away. Then there's catch it in theaters, which is you're excited enough about it to get out of your way to watch it, but maybe not immediately. Rent it, moderate excitement. Stream it. You're gonna wait for it to be most convenient for you, and then never gonna watch it. You're never gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So I think we just jump right into it in alphabetical order for the most part, starting with A Quiet Place Day One.
Interesting.
I know where I'm at with this, but I don't know how you feel about this franchise. So I want to hear your opinions first.
After watching the Survivor winner of season 45, D, talking about Quiet Place, it's gotta be opening night. Um, I've seen the first Quiet Place. Thought it was good. I've not seen the second one. Um, that being said, I do love um our lead in this movie. I think she's great in Us. So, it just honestly, this is so dependent on how I hear the movie is. If I hear it's really good, I'm gonna catch it in theaters. So, highest
Okay.
is gonna be catch it in theaters for me.
So for me, I would say opening night, even though
Mm.
I personally didn't like the second movie. I loved the first movie, and this trailer just looks really great, but I'm fine to throw it in kitchen theaters because
Yeah,
actually,
I
you know
mean,
what? I'm
I
going to
think we
take this
put it.
one because there are a couple things in here that I will have nothing to say about, so I'll let
Okay,
you take the reins on those.
I agree. How many vetoes are we gonna add? Anything? Do we
I
get
say
like
we can each get one veto if we just
one veto?
strongly disagree with what someone else says.
I agree.
So up next, A Real Pain. This is the Kieran Culkin, Jesse Eisenberg uh festival, well beloved in the festivals movie.
Yeah.
Um I am excited for this, but Ben has brought it up already on the podcast and the episode entitled The Weird Minisode because that it was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about this movie, Ben?
I am so excited for this movie. If I'm being honest, I think this is the one movie I am most anticipating for the year. And it is completely because of our two actors that we have in this movie. I said it before, Kieran Culkin is a babe. So is Jesse Eisenberg. And I think that this is going to be such a great movie. I'm so excited. It's already getting like early nomination talk as far as like acting goes and performance goes. And if Kieran Culkin gets an Oscar nomination,
That'd be
I will
great.
be the happiest boy in the world. So, I
Yeah.
mean, for me, I'm going to catch an opening night. I'm curious what you think, though.
I, you know what? I don't have that level of excitement for it. But I do understand why. The premise does seem interesting to me. I have looked into it a little bit, so I'll definitely catch it in theaters. But for it being your most anticipated of the year, we can't not
Yeah,
put it in opening night.
thank
Now from high highs to low
you.
lows, Agatha All Along, the first, no, I mean not the first, but Well, on this list is the first TV show we're going to be
Yeah.
talking about. And man, as one of the like 7 people on planet Earth who is still eagerly awaiting most Marvel projects, this looks like very uninteresting to me. I could not care less about this. Some
I
characters
think
just don't need their own thing.
I think a question is that I've definitely gotten because just due to us having so many fans and everyone tweeting at me, hey, who's Agatha Christie? To what I answer, I say, have you seen WandaVision? It's the bad guy at the end of that. And they say, oh, and
Mm.
then they say they're making a show about her. And I say, apparently, I'm never gonna watch this. More like that's, I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of how I feel with a lot of these Marvel projects that are coming out right now. I feel very behind. Um, but if they keep making them like this, it's kind of easy to never watch it, in my opinion.
I, out of sheer um dedication and allegiance to our Lord and Savior Kevin Feige, I have to stream it at least because I am
I'm
gonna
I'm
watch
totally fine
this.
with you doing that. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I might
Um,
watch an episode. I feel like I've watched the pilot of all the shows,
yeah,
maybe, and that's it.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll blow us away. I think this is probably going to be the last of the bad ones because it seems like they're kind of shifting how they do things over at Marvel. Um, so let's hope this is like the final goodbye to whatever phases 4 and 5 have been so far.
Hmm.
Alien Romulus, our
Hmm.
second Succession reference of the episode, Romulus. I like the Alien movies,
Yeah,
and well, movie. I've only seen the first one,
and
but
that's the best one.
that being said, I've heard Aliens is the best one, so we will see. I mean, the fans won't ever get to know how I feel about that. I'll probably never bring it up again.
Yeah.
But I am not up to date with this show, this series. The trailer looked good, but it's also like I'll get around to it if I do, you know?
So the way I feel about it, after watching the first one, I thought the first one was very good. It's very scary, but it got me into like I don't. It's like I think my first like horror movie that I watched. Um, and I don't. I mean, I liked it. I just don't know if I'm going to want to possibly taint that and watch, another version.
Yeah,
I don't know. The fact that there's been so many it's kind of like the Jason movies. It's
yeah,
just like I don't really want to watch them. So
yeah,
it's not that I'm never going to watch it. I might stream it.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Um, Arcane season 2. Did you
Well,
watch Arcane?
yeah, so this is funny.
I have not.
Our
I've only seen 2 episodes.
so you have seen exactly how much I've seen.
Oh, okay.
Because I've also only seen 2 episodes. I was gonna say, I think Arcane is one of those shows where I feel like is always recommended to us by our friend group, and
Hmm.
we're like, oh, and like the animation looks great, and I know it's a show I would like. I do not know why on earth I have not watched it
There's just
yet.
so much to do. I mean, I'm only just now getting to Fallout. It's just so much to watch.
Yeah,
And we're
so
busy people, both of us equally. And
when
so,
we do this full time, it is
yeah,
so hard to watch.
we can't be getting out these weekly episodes and still watch everything.
Yeah.
I know my brother's really excited for this. He's who's getting me into Arcane. So I think we're both dedicated to stream it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah,
But
of course.
um, I think we might have our first never watch. Um,
I'm looking
I've
at it and I might agree with you.
I've never seen a Bad Boys movie, and even then, I'm thinking like, why can't you just let it end? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die. We're hoping they die on this one so they can stop making them. That's my thing. No, I
ho-
have nothing against the bad boy movies. Being a bad boy myself, I feel like I would really relate to them. But also, I mean, it's never been interesting to me at all. I don't
it's
know why.
I would say it's one thing. It's been a long con. It's been probably the most extended and poorly thought out marketing to have him slap Chris Rock at the Oscars to show how bad of a boy he really is. But
Oh,
yeah, we're bringing it back. We're bringing
maybe the
back those
real bad
references.
boys. Yeah.
Maybe yeah, where what? The friends we made along the way?
Yep.
I
I
couldn't have
think we
said it
never
better
watch it.
myself. Uh Batman Caped Crusader. This is an interesting thing. This is a Batman animated series that is being created by the original creator of the original Batman animated series that was supposed to be a Max original got written off by Warner Brothers and then picked up by Amazon Prime.
Cool.
There are some other big names attached to it that I don't know right now. Um, so I know my dad's gonna love this. I am not super dedicated to watching everything DC. There are so many, especially the TV. I'm not up to date on the Superman animated show. I didn't even put the season 2 of that on this list because I don't think either of us care about that.
Of
But I
what
feel
show?
like exactly. But I thought this was like a big enough deal to where it was like deleted off the face of the earth and then revived to where we could at least talk about it. Um, where are you at with this?
Well, I will say I Cameron is a big fan of DC, I would say still. Um, and I don't care at all about anything DC related. I legitimately think the last DC thing I've seen is the Suicide Squad. Um,
Yeah, it's a good place to stop for now.
yeah, well, I have no interest to continue. I hear these reviews. I hear every movie and show that comes out besides Peacemaker is just getting bashed and obliterated for how awful it is. That being said, though, Prime has a streak on just making very good content. I mean, I
Hmm.
haven't seen the Mr. Beast show, but I'm sure that
Oh, I
it's
don't know when that's out. I could have put this on here. I don't know.
you could have.
Yeah.
Um, Opening night for Mr. Beast.
Okay.
And anyways,
But what
that
about
being
Mr.
said,
Bat?
uh, so Mr. Bat, I think it being on Prime Video is really the only interesting thing to me. Even then, if I hear it's good, I'll stream it. That's probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll definitely check this one out with my dad whenever he gets around to it. But I got to be careful how many times we say the title of this next one. The next movie
Oh,
is Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
yeah.
No more
So
though.
I've never seen the
The
movie,
original.
the first one,
Yes.
Mr. Beat. Uh, and nor do I really want to. I don't really care that they're making a sequel. I think this is how you kind of ruin the like nostalgia of these original projects. When it's like just kind of, hey guys, remember you 80s, 90s kids? I don't know when it came out. You remember when you old people really like this? We're bringing it back for a
Yeah.
sequel. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yep. Me neither. I mean, yeah, me neither. I know my parents are big fans of the
Of
original.
of what?
The original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of something I have no connection to, Borderlands. Where are you at
You
with
go
this,
first.
Ben? Okay,
Yeah,
me
you
go
go.
first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, okay, so I was decently excited for this just because video game movie, as I said in my best of, and you know, last time, video game adaptations are on an upward trend. They've been doing better, um, and so this puts Borderland in a good light. And after that weird Minecraft anniversary trailer with Jack Black and Jason Momoa, it makes me interested in what's going on there. Um, but for Borderlands, my excitement for this has actually gone down just
Me too.
because the Fallout show is so incredible. I feel like this will be lesser just because it seems like it's going for a similar vibe, but with less quality. Like, I don't know. The
I
trailer
don't
wasn't
know.
that exciting to me. I don't have a connection to the IP.
I thought the
Uh,
trailer was bad, if I'm being honest.
yeah,
If I may butt in,
no, go for it.
I agree with you where a lot of these funny video games, especially Fallout and Borderlands, if there is going to be an adaptation made of it, live action especially, you need to capture the kind of goofiness that is in the game. Um, and I think Fallout, as far as I've seen, has executed that perfectly while still giving you a very good story to go off of and really good performances and really good characters. Whereas with Borderlands, I was excited for the announcement, but then to see it, I mean, if it looks like a Jumanji 3, it really does. It looks like we have this, oh, it's gonna be a funny, quirky movie, and look who's in it. Kevin Hart's in it, guys. Jack Black's in it. Nothing against them. I feel like it looks really goofy, but for the wrong reasons. And I feel like they might try too hard for it to be quirky. Again, I know nothing about the IP. I know
Yeah,
the Handsome Jack is kind of what they're going off of as far as story goes, but I don't even know anything about that.
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't
I
have any hype
own the
for it.
whole trilogy and I've played none of it. So
Nice. Well, hold on, Cameron. We did go to the Borderlands area in Fortnite when it was in the game.
True.
So that's the
True.
closest thing I've been to Borderlands.
Yeah. That all said, I think it seems like you're leaning towards a stream it. I'm leaning for a rent it because
Okay.
I like goofy stuff. And this hasn't crossed my barrier into looking bad yet.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna probably go to theaters for this, and I wouldn't for any of the other things in stream it right now.
So you're thinking catch it in theaters?
No, 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 no. Because like that is like okay. If I didn't have A list, I wouldn't be seeing this in theaters. You know what
I
I'm
see what you're
saying?
saying. So basically, catch it in theaters, like I'll pay additional money to watch this.
Right. I might put
Okay.
this in rent it.
I'm fine with rent it. I'm fine. And if it's a you're going thing, I'll go too.
Yeah. Catch it in theaters is for that sweet spot where we're not that excited for it, but we're not not that excited for it.
I
Deadpool and
couldn't have said
Wolverine.
it better myself.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I already own a ticket for this movie.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Uh,
Um,
I'm the hype for me is surreal. Scheduling wise, I won't be able to make it opening night, but my hype is there. I am
yeah,
opening night for this movie. I think it looks brilliant. I think even the every ad I've seen related to and unrelated to the movie just is done phenomenally. It gets me excited for it. And it looks like it's going to be a great time at the theater.
yeah, I cannot wait. Um, it was already super full. It was hard to find seats
Really.
for opening day. And it's not even gonna come out for another 2 months.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
Tom Wamgam's Supremacy. Despicable Me 4.
Whoa.
What is there to say?
I mean, we could say a lot, but I think for the sake of us not wanting this to go on for 4 hours, we just tone
Right.
it down, we'll tame back our excitement. I'm probably never gonna watch this.
um, I'll give that to you. I'll probably eventually see it, but I have no plans,
I think I do not like Illumination's animation at all.
I think
And
that's one of their only redeeming qualities. I think they
I
have good,
totally disagree with you.
yeah.
Um, and I think the reason is it seems very lazy. The only thing this is gonna make me sound like a Facebook mom, but the only thing I really do like about the Despicable Me movies are the minions. And I'm not even
They're
kidding.
getting superpowers in this one.
I love the minions, bro. I love watching these minions go about their lives, bro, and steal planes and stuff.
This doesn't sound like you'll never watch it, but who knows?
I would stream it. I would stream it.
Hey, we're bringing it back.
Just for the minions.
Yes. Um, I want to know where you're at with this, Ben. Dune Prophecy.
Oh, I am
Have you
opening
seen the
night for
trailer?
this. No, I did not know there was one. I am
There's a
still opening
trailer.
night.
There is a trailer on on Max for it.
Does it look good?
It looks pretty good. I would probably catch it in theaters, um, because of where I'm at with the Doom franchise. But I know that you're, you know, one
Yeah.
of them, the weirdos who like it. So
So
one of the
Dune,
majority.
I mean, unpopular opinion here, Dune is really good. I'm just kidding, guys.
No,
But I will say, I know it's about the Bene Gesserit, the TV show is, and I will say I'm happy because this is something that has been rumored to happen when the first movie came out, and the fact that it's actually happening,
yeah,
like we hear this stuff all the time. Think of how long ago the Lando Calrissian TV show with Donald Glover was greenlit and is gonna happen soon.
yeah.
It's been almost 5 years or 6 years
There's a
since
lot
that's
of stuff
happened.
on here when I was putting this list together. I was like, this was announced so long ago. How is it just now almost
Yeah,
coming out, you know?
and it's irritating, but I'm actually happy that Dune is succeeding like steadfastly. It's insane of how incredible it's doing,
Yeah.
and I love that they're making a show. And yeah, opening night for me.
As someone who doesn't know that much about the Dune larger universe and someone who hasn't seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, this gave me Game of Thrones and the Dune universe vibes.
Whoa,
So,
oh dude, I'm peaked.
yeah. Speaking of things that were announced way too early, Eyes of Wakanda. This was announced as Untitled Wakanda Show many years ago. This is an animated show in the MCU that is about Wakanda, and it does not have a poster yet.
Wow.
and it's supposed to
Um,
come out this year.
premise is cool. That's it.
Yep.
I
Um,
mean, I really am a big fan um of Wakanda Forever. I mean, is the score done by Ludwig?
I don't know anything about it, man.
If it has anything related to Wakanda Forever, I will stream it.
It
And if
does
it
take place
doesn't,
in Wakanda.
well, okay. I mean, like that type of level of filmmaking. If it has that, I'm definitely a stream it person. But if it's going to be kind of more of a kid's show, I'm probably going to pass on it. It just doesn't. I mean, especially with there being no poster, no trailer, it's kind of hard to get excited for that.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll never watch it.
No,
Furiosa. You seem pretty excited about this.
I am so excited for Furiosa. Have you seen Mad Max?
That's the thing. I have not seen any of them, not even Fury Road. But that is what's keeping me away from opening night.
Mm,
That being said, I've already heard enough good about this, and the trailer looks decent enough. I would try to watch everything leading up to it while it's still in theaters so I could catch it in theaters.
really? So
You
I've
know?
only seen Fury Road. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
Um, and it's so funny. Originally, before this happened, before Cameron and I were conceived by each other, we ended up, that was inappropriate. Let me tone it back. Before Cameron and I started this, I originally wanted to start a podcast with our friend Riley and another random guy I found on Reddit. And basically, I assigned Riley and this random guy, I think his name was Kyle or something. I think it was Kyle, from Reddit, to watch Mad Max Fury Road. I just looked up like popular movies. I selected it at random. We watched it. We did not record an episode, and I've never talked to Kyle or Riley since. But I remember going into Mad Max Fury Road thinking like, oh, I'm so excited. It's not at all what I thought it was. The world building is insane and doesn't make any sense, but kind of what we said about John Wick, it is just enough to get you interested and understand what's happening to where the practical and insane action that you see in your eyes and or like that you see in front of you is something I kid you not, you were going to think I have never seen anything like this, and it is so incredible how they do that.
Yeah. So what are you thinking then?
Never gonna watch it. I
Okay.
think I'm opening night for this for me, but
Okay.
I am willing to go down if you are wanting to.
I think we should because we don't have anything there yet.
Okay, I'm fine with that. But just know, Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy, I love you guys. Don't take offense to any of this, okay?
Yeah. Nothing's personal. Uh Garfield,
Yeah.
where are you at with this?
Well, a few things. Is Odie in it?
Yes.
Does he talk?
I don't think so.
Is John in it?
Yes.
Hmm.
Odie never talks.
I just was wondering if they were going to twist things up and give Odie a voice.
If they do, that'll be a problem. Also, I on the poster that's right here, it says Samuel L. Jackson's in it. Who is he gonna play?
Does he play John?
Does he play Odie?
He plays.
And Odie, he's just gonna be barking in the studio. I don't know where to put this.
I honestly,
Maybe rent it?
I was thinking rent it,
Yeah,
honestly, for the Garfield movie. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
look, he's lazy, he's chilling. He's not
yeah,
going to the theaters to watch it.
yeah,
He's gonna rent it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gladiator 2. Have you seen
Mm,
the original Gladiator?
no.
You should. I, as someone who has seen and loves the original Gladiator, have no idea what this is going to be about, nor do I have interest in it.
This is kind of what we were just talking about with the Alien movie, except Alien is a franchise because they keep on pushing them out, whereas this is like a while ago is when the first one
Yeah.
came out. Is it still Ridley Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
But it just seems like if they were going to do this, they should have done it by now.
Yeah. Well, who's in it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Like as
That
you can see, there's no poster. I'm pretty sure that's
mhm,
a fan made logo. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I'm interested enough to I would rent it.
Really? Already? I was
I
gonna
don't
say uh, this will change as their trailers come out and information comes out. But as it stands now, I had never watched this
really.
just because I don't. It hasn't made itself seem like it doesn't have a reason to exist.
And that's fair. I just think though the fact that it is coming from a predecessor that is
Yeah,
considered like one of the best movies of all time. It's that to
that makes me
me.
worried,
Well,
honestly.
yeah, it makes me worried, but also it makes you it's gonna be like a car crash. If it's bad, you know what I mean? You're gonna want to look.
I
So
guess, but
that's why
what
I'd
if
rent
that
it.
car crash had a really good movie in it, and now that's wrecked too?
Mm,
What if Megamind
sure.
was in the DVD player?
All right. Never watching it.
I will definitely watch it though, but on principle, I have to never watch it. Okay. I know how excited you are for this. A movie I didn't know existed until I saw the trailer
Can you
yesterday.
scroll down a little bit so I can read the title?
It
Oh,
is Hitman. Hitman with Glenn Powell. This is the trailer that we all saw during Survivor finale. And Zach was
oh,
like, that's gonna really test his range.
that's right. It is. I don't care
Yeah.
about this at all.
This was the last addition I made to the list because I thought we needed 50, and this was the 52nd addition to the list. Um,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
never gonna watch this. I've got
yeah,
no interest.
me neither. And now this is one of the ones that I'm not going to say anything about
Hmm.
because I can't. But House of the Dragon season two, which
I
also has a
love
trailer on
Game of
Max.
Thrones seasons 1 through 4 and some of 5. I haven't finished Game of Thrones yet. I haven't seen House of Dragon.
Oh shoot.
So at some point I will end up streaming it because it is not go you know what I mean? It is on my list
Yeah,
and stream it is as high as it's going.
that's fair. That's kind of how I thought about Alien. Inside Out 2.
This is all you because I've not seen the first one. I
What?
know. I
Okay.
know.
I'm unannounced gonna show up at your house with a DVD, a pirated DVD copy of Inside Out, even though we could easily watch it in 4K on Disney Plus, and I'm
Just
gonna
like
show
The
you
Dark
that movie.
Knight though, I know all the spoilers. And it's
You don't
like
need, you can get spoiled and still enjoy the movie. It's Pixar,
I
bro.
know about Bong Bong or whatever, and
Who
I cried watching
cares?
the clip on YouTube.
Who ca If you cry watching the clip, bro, imagine watching the movie.
That's
Anyway,
why I don't
Inside
want to
Out
watch it.
2, I will say, I am gonna catch this in theaters purely purely out of love for the original. That being said, I am so worried about this. This is my Toy Story 5. Okay.
4?
They're making a fifth one.
What?
Yeah. This is my Toy Story 5. Okay. And I'm worried that's going to be bad. I'm worried because they're adding new emotions, which I think like explicitly goes against the first movie. And also, Bill Hader's not in it anymore.
That's what I heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
not
big
a
one for
fan.
me. So
Not a
that
fan.
the original movie's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me to catch that in theaters. Okay.
Wow.
This a better example. This is my Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. Okay. That the
No, I
first
get it though.
movie,
I get it though. I
yeah.
get it though.
A
Yeah, yeah.
better example. No. Joker French words, also known as
Mm,
Joker 2.
yeah. Too joke to err.
Yeah, two. Yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm definitely catching in theaters.
I'm opening night 100%.
Really?
If this was not a musical, I wouldn't care. I would catch it in theaters, but it's a
It's a
musical.
musical?
It's a musical.
Hmm.
I'm willing to keep it here.
No, we can do opening night
Okay.
because I originally thought that.
Yeah. Um, Kinds of kindness.
All I know is I've seen some quirky images, and I know Yorgos is making it again
Hmm.
shortly after he just made Poor Things.
Yeah.
With all that, that kind of gets me excited for it because it seems so rushed in a nice way. Um,
What's so interesting about it is how quickly it's coming out,
mm,
right? Didn't they have a trailer for it during the Oscars or something crazy like that?
I know it was very soon. I know it's unreal because a lot of these directors, not to spoil anything, but Bong Joon-ho and a lot of these people do take like
Forever.
years in
Yeah.
between to work on these projects. And the fact that Yorgos is like who made a very difficult movie of Poor Things, which looks aesthetically difficult to make,
Yeah.
to then
But to
just
be
jump.
fair, this has Emma Stone, Margaret Qualley, Willem Dafoe, people he was literally like he could have made this during Poor Things, just
True.
on people's lunch
That
breaks,
has to
you
be
know?
hard for actors though to switch, especially for Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I think with all of that and just how soon it's coming out, I'm gonna catch it in theaters for sure.
That's fair. And I would put it there too. I just hope it's not too much of a retread of Poor Things.
I don't
Uh
think it will be.
Something else that won't be like Poor Things. Craven the Hunter.
Is this with Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm really a big fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Me too,
He won
especially
me
after
over with
watching The
Bullet
Fall
Train.
Guy.
Oh, is he in that?
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
No, it's fine. I don't have any expectations for that, so that's actually making me more excited.
Yeah.
Um, Craven the Hunter, massive, massive hater of the Sony movies, Sony Marvel movies, except for the animated ones. Um, I the only thing that sets this one apart is Aaron Tyler Johnson making his third attempt at a superhero movie,
Mhm.
and it's rated R, so it's gonna maybe have good fight scenes.
Is Craven actually rated R?
It is. There's the trailer and everything, and it's like
Okay.
bloody. Um,
So, hmm, I'm definitely catching it in theaters.
yeah,
Like every Sony project, I don't know why, but they're easier to go to theaters and watch because I expect them to be bad and I know what I'm getting into. Whereas
yeah.
with a Marvel, you don't know what you're necessarily going to get, and that's why it's frustrating to go to a theater. Like with Madam Web, it was so easy to understand, like, oh, this
This
is
is
going
gonna,
to be
yeah.
one of the worst things I've ever said. I'm so excited. Two
And
tickets,
sometimes
please.
seeing something so bad on such a large screen kind of makes it better.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
No, because it's like this isn't making this a better movie. This is just like it's great that we live in a world where Madam Web can play on an IMAX screen.
It's great that we live in a world where, as like John Mulaney says, as great screenwriters have done before, then they make this line of he was in the Amazon rainforest with my I don't even know
Yeah. Um,
mother.
yeah, and this is also a great time to point out that just because it's higher on the list doesn't mean we expect it to be better than anything else below
Oh
it.
no, no. Do
Um,
I think Furiosa and Craven the Hunter are going to be no.
um, Long Legs. Do you know anything about Long Legs?
I love the font, but that's
Yeah.
all I know. What's it about? I'm assuming
Uh,
spiders.
it is not about spiders, actually, as far as I'm
Ooh,
aware. It is a murder mystery horror. Uh, you would think it's made by A24, but it's being published
neon.
by Neon.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of those. It looks like there's going to be a lot of like cult stuff in it.
Ooh,
It's basically murder mystery with a twist.
I love
But
that.
like a creepy twist. The
That's
trailers, they look really good, but there's a little bit too much religious imagery in there for me, so I'm probably gonna skip it.
yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna be great.
I think Neon is a very great like studio, a
Underrated
very
for
great
sure.
publisher. I mean, with Old Boy and a lot of these other projects that they work on, they had the Sweeney Nun movie, which I haven't necessarily heard the best reception for, but they're a lot like A24 where they do take these risks and they do make these indie movies.
I feel like they've been doing it
And
for longer too, and they just haven't really.
honestly, yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, think Old Boy for real, and I mean they brought Parasite too. It's like they take these really risky movies and they I think they do great. So I'm
yeah,
excited. I might it being a scary movie, I'm gonna rent it.
awesome. Marvel Zombies. This is a spin-off of What If, where they're making an entire TV show about the zombies episode.
Live action?
No,
Oh,
but a lot of the cast is coming back. So Simu Liu's playing Shang-Chi. Um, Miss Marvel's playing Miss Marvel. It was the first Marvel project from Marvel Studios that was confirmed to be rated TVMA before Echo came out. I was very meh on this until What If season 2 came out, and there was an episode where Happy Hogan as a Hulk fights some robots, and they give the robots oil as blood, and it's like really brutal. And so to me, that's like they're practicing for Marvel Zombies, and it looked really good. The choreography was great. So I think this is actually going to be pretty good. And since it's separate universe and they can kill off whoever they want. They don't have to keep
Yeah,
Shang-Chi
that's true.
around because they need him in Kang Dynasty. They can just to shock the audience or to make a dramatic scene, they can have him be the main character the whole time and then him die in like 3 episodes from the end.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I think it sounds interesting. You sold me on it.
yeah.
So wherever you put it, I'll
I was
agree.
gonna at worst rent it, at most catch it in theaters.
That's up
Uh
to you. I'd say rent it.
yeah. Maxine, the third of the X trilogy.
I'm gonna rent this one. Um, X, Pearl, and Maxine. Uh,
Couldn't have said it better myself. That was some good points about that. Um, this one is Mickey 7 is this one, based on the book, directed by Bong Joon-ho, starring Robert Pattinson, filmed on Earth, taking place in space.
oh, okay. That was my first question.
Yeah.
Um, my next question, when does this come out?
This year, maybe.
Well, I'm opening night for sure.
Yeah.
And the premise doesn't sound great, if I'm being honest, doesn't sound that exciting. Robert Pattinson is good. The big reason, I know it's probably your reason too, is the director, the man behind the moving pictures. It
Hmm.
is Bong Joon-ho's first movie since Parasite, his 7 or 4 Oscar winning movie.
Mm. Uh,
Um, yeah,
yeah. That's pretty much all I had to say about it too. Now the real exciting one, Moana 2.
that's the thing.
It was supposed to be a TV show, and then it's a movie. Leave it
Huh.
to Disney to be working on a sequel and a reboot of the same movie at the same time. Um, I do not care about this movie at all.
Wait, they're also making a live action one?
They're
Or
making
no?
a live action one, which is also starring The Rock. Um, and they're making a sequel. So they're making a remake of the first one while they're making a sequel to the first one.
Hmm.
It is weird to
Well,
think it's been more than 10 years since the first one came out.
that's crazy.
I feel like it literally just came out, but that doesn't that makes the sequel weird and the reboot weird. It's been too long for sequel, but not long enough for a remake.
I agree with you. I'm probably not going to watch this.
I'll
I've never
throw
seen
it.
the first one.
This is another Gladiator 2. Oh, you need to watch the first one. I will watch this. Uh, actually, I gotta throw it and stream it
All right.
because if I'm gonna throw Batman and stream it because I'm gonna watch it with my dad, I gotta throw Moana 2 and stream it because I'm gonna watch it with my mom.
Oh,
Uh, Now the real one, Mufasa, the movie.
who's in this?
Uh, Mufasa, obviously.
Mm,
Um, that's I'm never gonna see this. I will never watch this. How about you?
yeah, I agree with you.
I've still done my best. I don't think I've even seen the live action Lion King.
Yeah, I
So
did.
yeah.
It was fine.
Another entry from when I thought we needed more, the Paris 2024 Olympics.
I'm so glad you put this in though, because I'm not even kidding. I am opening night.
Yeah.
I love the Olympics from the opening ceremony with watching all of our just American athletes walking down and everyone's cheering for him. I am a true blooded American, and
Yeah,
especially during the Olympics, I am cheering for us to win it all. And we have some Indiana representation.
really.
Did you know this?
I did not,
So Cameron is known, and as you know, you all fans of the podcast would know, Cameron is an athlete, a titan,
obviously.
if you will.
Mhm.
And
I'm
a
putting
few
up
things
my massive muscles, but the background is like
is
it's
blurring it out.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I think here's the thing. Well, two Indiana people, I think. We have an Indiana swimmer who's really goated, and
Nice.
Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana
Oh,
Pacers
nice.
is playing on Team USA with LeBron James and other amazing athletes in the sport. So he is representing not only Indiana, but the United States of America in the
Exactly.
Paris Olympic Games.
I don't think I've ever really followed the Olympics, but I'm excited to this year.
It's
Just
always
because
fun. I'm sorry,
it's
go right ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say it. Um, some things I follow. I watch the Super Bowl, even though I don't follow football. I every time I've been at their house when they're watching it, I'll see parts of the playoff games for the NBA. The big moments in sports are really the only stuff I pay attention to,
Yeah.
and what's bigger than the Olympics.
So I will say there's nothing more fun than I'll tell you why I love it so much. I don't love it for I'm gonna be honest, it's not really that exciting when you're watching your $100 millionaires of the basketball team destroying these kids from like Latvia who are making like $10 an hour playing the sport and they get dunked on by LeBron James for the 50th time and he goes home and has to go to his parents. That stuff's sad. What I do love is these young, like 20s, like 20-year-old prime athletic kids not kids, but like adults, like these young adults that are have been literally training 4 years and some of them their whole life for this one moment. And it's not just them from the USA, it's literally every person that competes for their country, and it's just a representation for their country. It is patriotism and the love for where you are from. And I think that is also just such a fun reason. And then you'll be flipping through the channel randomly and find this insane sport, and you're like, what is this? And you're gonna watch it for an hour, and USA is not gonna be competing, and you're gonna be rooting for some random country. You're like, bro, that guy's so good at skee ball or something like that.
I could be wrong, and I'm double checking right now. Is this the first year where they're doing the esports?
Oh, but it's something boring though, isn't it?
Yeah, they couldn't choose any games with violence in it, so they chose really dumb ones. Um, I can't find anything. Okay, there's not going to be esports in the
Hmm.
2024 Olympics, but it's
I will
something they've
say
talked about.
to sidebar, because I think we spent a lot more time on Olympics than you thought we were going to. Um, What video games do you think should be performed at the Olympics?
Um, I think. Well, you need the classics of esports. Like, you need a shooter, you need a fighting game, like a 1v1
Yeah,
fighting
yeah,
game,
yeah.
and then you probably need like League or something, right?
I think these are what you need. You need like that Street Fighter type of game, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Um, I think you need Rocket League. I think
I yeah.
I
I
think
think that's the
legitimately
best way to do it.
Rocket League is a very good game. It's a very difficult game to like, get good at. But also I just think like I think that'd be fun to watch too. And I mean, this could be biased, but I think you either need like Siege, because Siege does have a really strong, thriving esports thing and it's like strategic, or like a CS:GO type.
Right. The problem is with this is the whole world watching, and every country has their own standards. You can't broadcast a especially games like Siege or Counter-Strike. You can't broadcast counterterrorism things to
Mm,
countries that might be considered terrorists by some countries, like
yeah, true.
so I think Rocket League
Is the
is
safe
is
bet.
probably the best one. Yeah.
Or like
Um
Dota or League or something.
I don't yeah, but that's still violence.
Yeah, I think Rocket League is robbed if it's not in it. Or keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yeah.
There should just
um
be a speed running category.
this next one, I looked through multiple lists of upcoming movies and TV shows, and this just goes to show that nobody on planet Earth cares about Apple TV, even though they should. They got a lot of great stuff on there. This is called Presumed Innocent, and
Mm.
it is a detective show with Jake Gyllenhaal. And that honestly, just having seen Zodiac and Nightcrawler, that seems like a good premise on its own.
Yeah, I think when you put Jake Gyllenhaal in that detective type of lead role, like he was kind of in Zodiac, except he was a bit more nerdy. I mean, from judging by the poster alone, he looks a bit more confident than he did in Zodiac. Um, I'm excited for this. Who's making it?
I don't know, but it's going to be on Apple TV.
Mm,
And we know from Ted Lasso, we know from Severance, they can make good stuff if they want to.
yeah, is it a show, movie?
It is a show.
I'm excited. I'm probably gonna catch it in theaters.
Yeah,
Um,
I threw it there just to throw it there so we could see the poster, but not
I
a
think
bad
it's a good
placement.
spot for it though.
Yeah. Um, Originally, I thought that I accidentally put House of the Dragon on here twice,
That's what
but
I thought too.
that this is Rings of Power season two.
Mm. Oh, I forgot that thing existed. Um, Here's the thing. Lord of the Rings, this is a movie everyone's going to say is good. And even if they haven't seen it, they're going to say it's good because they do not want to be the one of 10 people that do not like the Lord of the Rings movies. That being said, um, I saw one episode of The Rings of Power. I thought it was fine, and I never really wanted to get back to it. That being said, I've heard friends like, David, um, from That Shitty Buffalo and some of his friends that do really like the show and say that episodes 1 and 2 really don't do the rest of the show justice. Um, but is season 2 coming out enough to get me to watch a full season of a show I never really had interest to begin with? I don't know. I would probably stream it.
I am probably never gonna watch it because
Yeah.
I don't even have I like the Lord of the Rings a lot, but I'm not as strongly connected to it as you are. And I literally fell asleep. We were at the same watch party when we watched that episode. I fell asleep during that. So
Yeah.
I'll never watch it, but I can throw it in streaming just for you.
And I'm sure it's good. I really do think. I mean, you're probably right. It's good, but
It didn't grab me.
yeah. Well, that's
Um
a good thing.
Now I know we're all waiting for this one. Sausage Party, Foodtopia, the TV show of Sausage Party.
Is it TVMA?
I feel like it would have to be.
That would be hilarious if it wasn't. Um,
Yeah, it's just like an
I
educational, like
think
just
I
talking
have
about food.
not seen like more than 3 minutes of Sausage Party.
Yeah. I haven't seen no
So
more than 30 seconds of it.
it looks like
I
this should have came out like 5 years ago, 10 years ago when this like edgy stuff was funny.
yeah,
Now, like this feels like
this just seems like higher budget version of those like every few years Netflix will throw out a adult animation cartoon that lasts two seasons and then gets canceled. Like F
yeah,
is for Family or yeah, I mean Big Mouth is going strong for some reason, but like
right.
this just looks like that with
Big Mouth is
times 10 the
so bad.
budget.
It just doesn't even look good.
Um
But we're not talking about that. I have zero interest at all to watch this. So
yeah, same. I just thought it was funny that it even existed. So
yeah, yeah.
um another animation thing, Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie.
Huh. Live action?
No.
Oh.
It is like 3D though.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Um, I would stream it.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at with it too. There have been a movie, a SpongeBob movie or two that's come out that I haven't seen yet. So I'm not really up to date on my SpongeBob lore, but I'm never
It's
gonna say
just they're
no.
not. I mean, Nickelodeon curse themselves by making the SpongeBob SquarePants movie be one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
Because now anything we get, I mean, even though they've been producing like terrible SpongeBob content, um, I'm still gonna watch it in hopes that one day it gives me that feeling I got watching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Yeah. Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Oh,
I don't know about this.
never heard of it.
Me neither.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'll probably stream it.
All right,
So,
I'm fine with you doing that.
okay. Smiling Friends season two. This is airing right now, and I have an interesting opinion about this. But I'll let you talk about it first.
Yeah, I've not seen an episode. I like Oni plays. So yeah, I'm thinking about watching it.
Yeah. This is the most paradoxical thing I'll ever do. This has been airing for the past 4 weeks. I have not watched any of the new season yet. I'm watching it open tonight.
Oh,
When the whole season is done, the day the last episode of season two comes out on Max, I'm watching the entire second season straight through because that's really the only way you can watch this show.
Really?
I don't understand releasing Smiling Friends in weekly installments. Season 1 was so great because you could knock it out in a couple hours and then just have 500 references for the next time you go talk to your friends, you know. So that's what the season 2 is going to be for me. So even though it's already out and I'm waiting, I will see this opening night.
Yeah.
Sonic 3.
Hmm. I'm not gonna watch it.
You're not?
No.
It's fair to put it there for me. I haven't even seen the second one yet. I will probably get around to it, but I can't, in good conscience, put it up there with the stream it movies because those I'm more likely to watch sooner. You know,
Yeah, I dropped my microphone. I'm sorry.
you're good.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Um, okay, so it seems like the past few things have been kind of meh. So let's get to something that is also kind of meh. Squid Game season 2.
Ooh,
Uh,
so I know we're probably gonna have very similar takes here,
yeah,
where I'm opening night,
yeah,
but not because I'm excited for it.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
That is right. I'm right there with you.
I don't think it's going to be good. I actually think it's going to be very bad and possibly tarnish what the first one did. Because the first one ended pretty rough, and the fact that they set it up for a sequel makes it's like the car crash thing.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna want to watch it.
Man, Squid Game season 1 for the first 6 episodes was one of the best shows I had seen in a long time. And they just went on every turn, made it so hard to recommend because it gets so bad. And then on top of that, if they do the stupid two-parter release schedule that streaming services have been doing lately, this will be a
Oh,
dumpster fire.
I agree. I really
Um,
do agree.
and I'm gonna binge the whole thing, and I'm
Oh,
gonna hate it.
I also think that since I did watch season one in dub form, I'm going to watch season two in dub form as well.
You might as well. That might even be a better way to enjoy it. I can't because I've started it in the way it was intended. I gotta see it through, but maybe we'll come out of this and having two different opinions of it,
Hopefully you
just
love
sheerly
it.
for that fact. Hopefully you love it. Survivor 47.
Yeah, I'm opening night,
Yes,
right?
sir.
I'm about to be every season opening night. I love
Every single
Survivor.
time. Season 46 was great. I'm sure someone on the internet's talking about it. So you can go there to hear what they thought.
Hmm.
Star Wars The Acolyte. This trailer looks really good.
Yeah, trailer looks really great. That being said, I'm probably going to stream it.
I'm probably gonna throw it up here
I'm
because
fine with
I'm
that.
yeah, I'm more excited for this than I am the other Disney Plus things in stream it. Um, The Apprentice, the Donald Trump movie. I didn't know this existed until
Yeah.
you recommended I put it on the list. Um, I'm never gonna watch this. I don't care.
Are you
But
being stupid?
no, it has to be. I'm not huge into these like political thriller movies.
Neither am I, but I'm into Jeremy Strong and Sebastian Stan.
I forgot that he was in
Opening
it.
night for me, baby.
Opening night. You might have to use your veto because I was thinking around these.
I'll veto it then. I'll
Yeah,
veto opening night because I can't I any like I said, same thing with Kieran from now thanks to Succession, anything they're in and Tom Momsgans. And oh, that's another thing too. Nicholas Braun is gonna be in that Ruben Östlund movie.
Kinds of
So
Kindness.
nope, that's
Oh, right.
Yorgos, the
Ruben
one that's not
Austin.
coming out for a while.
Oh, okay.
That being said, any Succession actor, um I will watch any of their stuff opening night. And this is one of them.
Yeah.
So
Well, uh, you know, Shiv is playing Craven in Craven. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, I forgot about that. Sarah Snook is
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. This one's all you. The Bear season 3.
Oh, opening night.
Yeah.
It's actually insane and surreal how quickly this season is coming out, compared to the big gap that we had with seasons one and two.
Yeah. Especially with was the season 2 during the strike or was season 3 during the strike?
I think it was three that was during the strike.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know.
interesting. Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim. This is an anime movie.
Ooh. Hmm. Stream it.
I'm good with that. The Penguin on HBO Max.
I'm probably like a catch it in theaters.
That's where I'm at too. That's where I'm at too because I don't really think this show needs to exist that much. I'm kind of like this. I have the same general opinions on this as I do with Dune Prophecy. But I like actually I'll just leave it there. It's just I feel like you're less excited for it, so it doesn't bring it up.
Mm.
Mhm. The Watchers.
I feel like if this was any other movie made by anyone else, I'd be eh. But the fact that it's Shyamalan's daughter,
Yeah.
that is very exciting for me.
And the
I'm
trailers look pretty good, in my opinion.
It looks very high budget, probably thanks to her dad. Not a bad thing. If you have your resources, use them. But especially coming from a first-time filmmaker, I think this looks like a very seasoned filmmaker's project, at least judging by the trailer.
Hmm.
That being said, I'm probably a catch it in theaters. I don't know if I'm gonna be opening night.
That's good. That's fair. Pretty fair. And there's not much to say about it, honestly, because the trailer's doing a good job of not giving anything away. I really don't
Hmm.
know what it's about.
Yeah,
Um, The Boys season 4.
I'm opening night for this as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I know you haven't seen it.
I haven't, and I don't know if I ever will, but
That's crazy too, because it
yeah.
is such a funny show. It's a very underrated comedy, that it doesn't get a lot of credit for. I mean, it gets a lot of credit for that, don't get me wrong. And you calling the boys underrated is stupid, but I
That
feel
aspect
like
of it doesn't get talked about enough.
I agree, and I think that it's kind of like the Succession type thing. Like, yeah, its story is really good, but I think this is one of the funniest shows I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Um, Shane Gillis's Netflix original show Tires.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Shane.
I'll probably stream it. I'll check out an
Really?
episode. This is like Space Force with Steve Carell. I'll check it out, but if I don't like it, I'll get out of there. I never finished that. I think I watched 2 episodes of Space Force.
Yeah, I think I made like three or four or something like that. I know I almost finished it,
Yeah.
but no.
Um, yeah, I'm not a Shane Gillis mega fan. I like some of his stuff, but I'm more than willing to opt out if it's not funny. Um, Transformers 1.
No,
You're not gonna watch it?
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm fine throwing it here, even though I'll probably check it out just because Isaac's really excited for it, and because my dad's a big Transformers fan.
So then put it to stream it then.
But like, if it was up to me, I'd never watch it,
But you're gonna end up watching it.
I guess. Twisters.
Um, the only reason, okay, first of all, I mean this
Hold
with all
on.
due
Chris
respect.
Hemsworth is Optimus Prime. It didn't sound that bad in the trailer, but it's so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
I should have been Chris Pratt. Go ahead.
again, this is a movie that came out forever ago, but now has a sequel. I mean this with all due respect. I'm kind of tired of seeing Glenn Powell and everything. Um, I know Chris Pratt had his run, every actor this happens to sometimes, right? Dwayne Johnson still happening with him. That being said, if it wasn't for Brandon, I can't remember his name. He played the tech guy in Nope. If it wasn't for him, I was not gonna watch it. So I will do a stream it.
There. Um, Now this poster is fan made. It
Oh,
says Venom 3.
oh,
It's actual called Venom the Last Dance.
oh. This is again opening night for me. Any Sony project is opening night for me.
Yeah,
Oh, whoops. Whoops, except for Craven.
uh, yeah, oops. Well, Venom, there's a connection there.
Yeah,
I hope because I didn't think Venom 1 was that bad. Venom 2 was a massive drop off.
it was crazy
I
awful.
hope that there is as big of a gap in quality from 2 as there is to 3. I hope this is even worse.
I
I
think
hope with
that
the title like The Last Dance, I hope this and the Joker are fighting for the bet for a superhero musical. I
oh,
want this to be a musical. Imagine that. Venom out here
imagine.
having a
I mean,
duet.
Venom is just so dark and twisted, and I am just a big fan of that.
Yeah. But imagine a Venom and Eddie Brock duet where they're arguing, but they love each other.
Yeah.
Speaking of musicals, Wicked.
I would rent this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. Actually, no, veto. No, I'm just kidding. This okay. So from what I've never seen the musical. I don't even know it really much about it. The trailer to me looked terrible. It looked really bad to me.
Hmm.
From what I've heard, Wicked is being split into two movies. The first half and the second half because the play is like super long.
Hmm.
And according to the people who have seen the play, or it's at least one person who wrote a thing about it that I saw, if you split it in half and spread it across two movies, that doesn't work because it works in the play because you're gone for 10 minutes, you go to the bathroom and you come back. Okay. For this, there's like going to be at least a 2 year break in
Right.
between
Are people
movies.
really going to be either thinking about Wicked the whole time or going to rewatch Wicked right before the
Exactly.
second
So
one?
you either have to re-explain what happened in the first movie and the second movie, which apparently, according to them, will mess up with the flow, or you have to. I don't know. Apparently, that's just going to mess with it. I trust them because I've seen it. I don't remember who I even heard this from.
Yeah. I mean, I've
And the
heard
trailer
the
just looked bad to
musical's
me.
great. I heard the musical's great, and that's kind of the only reason. If I heard it was a mediocre musical, I probably wouldn't check it out.
Yeah,
But I mean, it has so much hype around it. If you ask anybody to name a musical, Wicked is probably named, even if they
yeah,
haven't seen it. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good.
yes. Okay, I'm going to preemptively use my veto on this,
Okay.
because I haven't used it yet, and I'm not going to use it for the last one. This is opening night for me.
What is this?
This is Disney Pixar's Win or Lose. They announced this in 2020. This is a TV show for Disney Plus that I have always wanted there to be a TV show, and Isaac's told me that there is one that's like this. I haven't seen yet, where it's the whole show is the same event seen from different perspectives of different characters. And as you see each person's perspective, you gain new information. That's what this is, and it's by Pixar. So I'm gonna see this as soon as it drops on Disney Plus, if that's still what the premise is, if this is even what I'm thinking, because that I love that premise. I want to see it done well.
They did it in that one show.
The on Apple,
Yeah.
yeah. Isaac told me about that, and I haven't seen it yet. So maybe I'm lying to everyone. Maybe it won't be opening night. But I want it to be what I want it to be.
I agree.
The final one, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, a Marvel animated show that was originally supposed to be Tom Holland Spider-Man in high school, but now it's Tom Holland Spider-Man, but it's a different universe in high school. Charlie Cox Daredevil's in it, even though it's a different universe.
Seriously?
Yes, it's a different universe though. He
For that
he.
reason, though, it's catch it in theaters.
I guess that's fair. I
But
will
I'm not gonna watch it. Here's the thing. But it's Charlie Cox.
rent it. I say rent it, right? It's Charlie Cox. I don't think he's going to be a main character, but they showed concept art. Um, this I don't know. This looks like so much has gone on behind the scenes. It could be bad because it was supposed to be part of it. Now it's not a part of it. Norman Osborn's in it.
Really. It
Yeah,
sounds messy, if I'm being honest, but
yeah. I hope it's
you know.
good. So this is our list. Go ahead and say your opinions of all 52 of these things in the comments below. Um,
Let's do what we did last time. What is your most anticipated?
That's true. Most anticipated is probably just looking at the top. Um, it's either honestly, it's either Deadpool 3 or Smiling Friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Um, and of course, there's a bunch of Cannes is going on right now. We don't know what's happening in Cannes. Um, and I know there's gonna be a bunch of movies that do come out that are probably we're gonna love. But of course, I've already said it before, A Real Pain is my number one, and I am literally so excited to watch it.
Oh, A Real Pain. I thought you were I don't know why that didn't click for me. Like it's a real pain that I have to wait for the movie I'm about to say. I don't know. But
Yep. Well,
uh
Cameron,
well, Ben,
thank you for making this list. This looks great.
Thank you for organizing the list with me.
Of course.
I'm hoping for the things on Stream It In Below to surprise us, and I'm hoping for the things on opening night to surprise us, and I'm hoping for the things in Catching Theaters and Rent It to surprise us.
Yeah, me too. Well, as we always say at the end of these, never